now the co-main event of the evening. Let's meet the fighters first. Fighting out of the Dynamic Mortgage Concepts red corner, please make welcome Michael
Definitely not a guy that's going to get winded on his way to the cage. Oh my gosh, we already talked about it, but Stack is in such phenomenal shape this evening.
I've known Michael Stack for a few years now. I've seen his work ethic. It is truly, truly second to none. And like you guys said, he goes nonstop and we expect nothing different. I know that he respects Datte as his opponent, and I know that he respects his ability as a wrestler and everything like that. But you better believe that Michael Stack is going to charge him around the ring, and he's looking to end it as quickly as possible.
Well, speaking of the respect, Sparta Combat League CEO and President Jeff Cisneros did a really wonderful interview with Stack and Datte, had them in the room together. There was so much respect between those two. There was no trash talking. They both came across as exceptionally confident and knew themselves very well and what their game plan was going to be. But again, the respect was there and was really, really nice to see. And Jeff almost tried to lead him a little bit into, hey, can we get, a little pre-fight action going on here? What are you going to do to take your opponent out of their game? And they just talked about how they're solidly setting their game plans and didn't have any reason to get down on one another.
And I think if I'm Stack, I watched that last fight that Datte had, which was last year at AVM, and I saw that he did get caught at the very beginning of that first round. He was in a little bit of danger. He got caught with a wild right hand, dropped him, stunned him a little bit. I wouldn't be surprised to see Stack come out fast. Looking at the tail of the tape, Cody, take it away.
I mean, what do you want me to say? They're pretty much dead even. I mean, I guess I could
virtually identical.
I guess I could talk about the age advantage that Datte has, but the records are equal. I mean, their fighting styles are similar, but obviously Datte prefers wrestling more than anything else.
Fine, I'll say it. Somebody's O must go.
I always leave that for you, JR. I can't steal it.
So you were talking about Datte last year. That's kind of what I was referencing when I was saying you can't take him off of his game. He got caught early in the fight. He was in some danger, but for him, it was kind of a little bit of a so what situation. Okay, this just means there's a little more work in front of me. That seems to be the kind of mindset that he has, and he's not bothered by that work put in front of him.
That's true. And where did it end up when he got knocked down? On the ground, where he's comfortable, where he's good. Like I said, Rampage Jackson recruited this man to be his wrestling coach. I don't think I can emphasize that enough. His ground game is spectacular. He's explosive. That being said, neither of these fighters have been tested like they're about to be tested tonight.
This fight is definitely one that propels someone's career to the next level. This type of super fight, this type of matchup, do not be surprised of whoever wins if their stock in the world of MMA and the world of fighting increases exponentially.
Yeah, that's correct. And I don't know right off the top of my head, JR, who the professional 155-pound SSE champion is, but I have a feeling he's going to be watching this fight.
Yes, indeed.
I'm on 5, Jesse. Hang on, I had something fall on 5, I gotta walk.
I know that we have 9 fights left, but this may be the one I have looked forward to the most.
Yes, sir. Michael Stack, wearing the black and blue trunks, represents Trials MMA versus Sean Datte, wearing the flag style trunks representing Elevation Fight Team and Ludwig Martial Arts. Referee Tim Mills, third in the cage. Here we go, co-main event action.
Datte throwing a couple of kicks, a good switch kick right off the bat, just trying to let Stack know, hey, I got legs, they can come too. Good combination and a good kick by Stack right off the bat.
Stack, good job pulling that kick back. He can't leave it out there, otherwise Datte is going to grab it. He tried, but Stack wary of it. Oh, and a head kick has slipped down to the canvas by Datte, but as we referenced, he doesn't care if he's on the mat. It's where he spent most of his life.
What I really like about Stack is his combos are always hard and they're always crisp. Nothing he throws is without a purpose. It's always to set something up or to knock you out.
Cody was about to say it. I'm going to jump on his line. Look at the speed of Stack.
I mean, you would think that a guy with his type of power that the punches would slow down. No chance, and we're seeing it so far.
Datte trying to work that leg kick. Go ahead and take Stack off his base a little bit. For those of you at home that are seeing these leg kicks and you're like, oh, what does that do? Well, why don't you take a baseball bat and hit yourself in the thigh, because that's essentially what it is. Beautiful combination by Stack.
And notice when Stack is throwing his punches, he is launching at Datte. He's getting all of his power. Now Datte pressing against the cage with some knees.
And you have to know that Stack has spent a ton of time against the cage and against the wall in the gym fighting off takedown attempts in preparation for this fight.
Yep, and the one nice thing about Datte being comfortable on the ground, you can kind of see when Stack comes forward, Datte is able to kind of stand up and lean back because he's not afraid of the takedown. He's going to take him to the ground, and that's where he wants to be anyway. So that also allows Stack to not have to worry about the takedown in return when Datte stands up.
Nice switch up on that kick by Datte. Fake low, went high, almost a question mark kick, or a Brazilian kick as they call it. Let his opponent know, hey, I can put these kicks up there high. I've got some striking game too.
Here comes Stack. Oh, big shot by Datte.
Stack takes it well, and again going upstairs is Datte.
That was a beautiful counter right hand by Datte, and another big right landed. That counter right hand, he trains with Dwayne Ludwig. Ludwig scored the fastest knockout in the UFC with that exact technique.
Just a moment ago, we saw Stack staggered a little bit. Now he's answering back. Boy, that great conditioning paying off as he's recovering very quickly. But Datte showing us his striking game tonight. Like you said, training with Ludwig, boy, it's paying off.
JR, I don't know if you saw that, but after that last right hand, Datte kind of shook it out a little bit. Might be something to watch moving into these next few rounds, see how many right hands he's throwing.
Yes, sir.
That end of the first round, I mean, my goodness.
No, that's
Wait.
So pro fight's supposed to be a 5-minute round.
Time's going to readjust bladder.
I think there was a mistake by the timekeeper there. The commission's on it. So I think they're going to start it again with the 2 minutes left on the clock.
Yep.
So what they did was somebody inadvertently had it as a 3-minute round, or they were still thinking amateur division. So we are back to finish the last 2 minutes of this round.
Little breather for them and for us.
Yeah, there you go.
Well, and not to be underestimated, that gave their coaches a chance to come in and give some pointers in the middle of the round.
Here comes Stack. He's launching at Datte. This is where he's confident.
Oh,
Big right
Datte
hand
meets
again.
him with the right.
Hey, Zach, can you take off the round 2 from the ring and put it back?
Nice inside leg kick. And you can see that calf kick that Datte has thrown. Oh, another big right hand. That is landing at will for him at the moment.
Datte is doing a beautiful job with the overhand right. We talked about watching him shake his hand out. Well, he's landed it twice here in the latter half of this first round.
Shoots for the takedown. Got him up against the cage. Good job by Stack managing to get his hips back and stand back up.
Got his hips back, got underneath the head of Datte, able to pry him back to a standing position. But as he throws that knee, that gives Datte the moment that he wanted to be able to take his opponent off base, and to the canvas we go, gentlemen.
I mean, Datte was coming out with such great striking that's almost like Stack forgot about his wrestling ability, wasn't paying attention.
And where that's going to come into play is this has been a very, very close round. That takedown is going to score with the judges, and that could be the defining moment on who wins round number 1.
And as Stack was coming back up, Datte clipped him with a great right hand again on the ground. Oh, nice knees, but one more time, that's what sets up the takedown for Datte. Stack landed well with it, takes some energy out of your opponent. Judges like to see the striking too, but allows Datte the opportunity that he wanted here, trying to go for the armbar, looking to set it up here as Stack has it in pretty tight. Good position for Stack. Datte going to try to pressure down.
Yeah, doing a good job of stacking Stack up, pardon the pun, and making sure that he can't get that leverage to straighten out that arm. Good, solid round by both fighters.
I mean, that round almost was like an EKG. You know, it's kind of flat, and then it'll quickly have a flurry of punches or a takedown, and then it'll mellow out. They'll kind of read each other out, and then we'll have something else. It was very, very jumpy that whole round.
How long you been trying to work in an EKG reference?
Honestly, I mean, I just thought of that on the fly. I mean, this well environment is getting to me. I don't know what's going on.
So, great round. I think Datte probably takes that round in a 10-9 fashion due to the takedowns and those right hands that were landing. I'd like to see Stack, when he comes out, to use a little bit of head movement. Datte's got that right hand on lockdown at the moment, and it's because every time Stack comes in, he's predictable. He needs to change a little bit.
And two things here. One, they don't seem to be taking any kind of a look at Datte's hand. And two, the doctor was in taking a look at the lips and the nose of Mr. Stack because he took a little damage in round number 1. Checking out the Larry H. Miller Nissan replay there just momentarily, and that showed Datte getting off with some of his very nice striking this evening.
Look to see Stack try to start throwing combinations like he did at the beginning of that last round. That's when he was doing really well. When he's throwing combinations, one, Sean isn't pressuring him anymore, and two, it's a lot harder for Sean to land that right hand. There it is.
The combinations are paying off for Stack, but every time he brings one foot off the ground, Datte's going to try to knock him off of his base. Needs to be careful of that. I think that's something that for Stack has probably worked really, really well for him in the training room, but it's hard to find training partners the level of Datte.
Another big right hand, and I was about to say the same thing. I think it's probably a smart idea for Stack to keep both feet on the ground moving forward.
Yes, sir. Problem is that takes away a couple of formidable weapons.
Big shots.
Stack smells blood, got him against the cage. Big shots now.
Couple of headshots.
Oh my goodness!
Oh, and a big takedown by Datte.
I spoke too soon. I thought Datte was out.
Just when you think Datte is having some difficulties, my goodness, getting locked up in the triangle though, is Datte.
So Datte doing the right thing right now. He's stacking him up. That's going to make it very hard for him to pull the triangle off. He's got to keep all of his weight down and then try to slip that arm back out.
Good job with the elbows off of his back by Stack.
That's tight. Datte's got to get that elbow tucked down into the hips.
Oh no, we got a triangle.
Adjusting the foot position, extending the hips, pulling down on the head. That's close, and there's the tap out. Congratulations, Michael Stack goes home with the victory. Oh, Datte a little bit woozy there, coming up off of his feet. He had tapped, and Mr. Stack goes home the victor this evening in our co-main event. Congratulations to he and everyone from Trials MMA that put in all the work for this.
If you had told me going in that Datte was going to be the more effective striker and Stack was going to win on the ground, I would have told you you're crazy. But hey, that's AVM. Here's the replay.
Yeah, so Stack hurt him on the feet, got that really strong right hand that dropped Datte, and then after that, Datte responded with a good takedown, but just managed to get caught in a bad position, and Stack, so strong, was able to finish it. Datte did almost everything right in defense of that. He stacked him up, he had his elbow tucked in, and it was just all for naught. Stack was just a little bit too strong, managed to pull off the submission victory.
What a beautifully crisp right hand that set up that entire sequence for Mr. Stack. Just came straight down the pipe.
Are either of you guys exhausted?
Take it up to Sean. Congratulations to Mr. Stack.
Wow, what a scrap.